Hello there guys and girls, this is the Push Prince winner, Attila tournament match. This is going to be Beta Flash tournament number 89 again. Round 2 match between Shidoku of ODM clan and Dzambal of VM. Shidoku is playing as the Ostrogoths and we have Dzambal playing as the Alans. As you can see, we're going to be playing on a pretty flat map again. So yeah, apparently there was Drew's was proxy hosting, which is why you see this Frankish general over there. Basically, if two players cannot connect, a third player goes ahead and hosts the game, which, oh, by the way, the weird thing is you can't host the game in the battle list as a spectator. Hopefully that they can change that somehow. I would really love to be able to host games as a spectator and just get people in as players. Not quite sure why that's not the case, and also you cannot switch from spectator to player without actually leaving the game itself. Not quite sure why that is the case. It's pretty weird in that regard, not 100% intuitive. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go over Dzambal's build, who has gone over and started as the Alans. So here we go. This is the Alanic build, I guess I could say. So let's see, where's his general? His general is over here. It is an Alani general, of course. We see rally on him, so that is a pretty standard choice. In terms of cavalry, he has a mix of Germanic horsemen and noble Germanic horsemen. Good idea. Let's see, he has two noble Germanics, silver one on his right, a noble Germanic with a Germanic horseman over here. They are both silver 1. In the center, of course, besides his general, that is who is bronze 1, we have this noble Germanic horseman, silver 1. Now in terms of his center, we see 3 Germanic pikes, bronze 1, supported by 2 elite Germanic archers. These guys will do quite well. And then an Agathirsi warrior over here. Very nice shock unit, I suppose you could say, because it has a lot of good offensive stats. Once it charges, it's going to kill a unit pretty damn fast. Then we see on the flanks, let's see, I think basically the same thing on each flank. So a Germanic levy, bronze 1 up front, supported by Germanic brigands, bronze 2, and then Agathirsi warrior, vanilla. Same thing on his right. So I do like the way that he is playing this out. Let's hit play. Actually, I didn't go over the Ostrogothic build, so I have to do that right now. We see Germanic levy up front, and then on each flank 1 Germanic levy, so 3 in total. Kind of like meat shields, I guess, or cav support. Then we see a main line of 4 Gothic warbands. These guys are very, very nice. In terms of his general, we see Royal Sionis Rally General. We have a lot of cav though. Like a lot of cavalry. So let's see. 4. Yeah. 4 Germanic horsemen, isn't it? Yes. 1, 2, 3. 4 Germanic horsemen, mix of bronze 1, this one, and then bronze 2, these ones. Then we see 2 noble Germanic horsemen over here, bronze 2, and 2 noble Germanic horsemen over here, bronze 2. So this build is very, very strong as well. I like both builds personally, but I think I prefer the one of the Ostrogoths. So actually, I don't remember exactly who played what. I think it was actually Ostrogoths being played by Dzambal, but we will see. Yeah, flaming arrows already on the Gothic warband. Not quite sure about using flaming arrows instead of standard shot here. So we see the noble Germanic horsemen coming around. They're gonna go into these Germanic horsemen with some nice charges. Engagements happening over here as well. These guys didn't get charges off, but there's a lot of cavalry on the field here for both players. These Germanic brigands have already done significant damage to these Germanic horsemen, so that has to be into consideration. And we have steady popped here. Not gonna get the best charge, but yeah, it's gonna win because it's silver 1 basically. And this noble Germanic horseman is going to charge this Gothic warband. Should have really charged that one though, because it's more open. The engagements over here happening as well, but you can see the Ostrogoths are doing quite well here in general. So much cavalry for the Ostrogoths. This unit is walking instead of running, so that is a mistake. Over here, the Ostrogoths are also doing quite well, I would say. Just look at these guys starting to die, and the Gothic warbands are getting in there into the melee engagement. Germanic pikes can't really do anything because they're just outmaneuvered at this point, and the Germanic brigands over here. You see noble Germanic horsemen pulling out of the fight, which means they're going to take a little damage, but they didn't lose too many, it seems. Germanic brigands now in melee, but they've basically wasted all of their ammunition. Well, I say wasted, but used. Germanic levy here actually doing significant damage to Germanic horsemen because they're supporting cavalry, because alone they wouldn't do very well. These elite Germanic archers doing well for themselves, but they need to be targeting cavalry more. So we see the Royal Sionis coming around for the Ostrogoths, and they're gonna start flanking, but noble Germanic horsemen here should win. And it looks like these guys broke through. As for this flank, it's going well for the Ostrogoths, very well actually. The Alani general is in huge trouble. Germanic pikes haven't done anything so far. Royal Sionis is going to disengage here, and these Germanic levy with noble Germanic horsemen should do alright against, oh no, it's Agathyrsi warriors here, so they might not do so well, because the Agathyrsi will kill the Germanic levy, and the noble Germanic horsemen will wreck that noble Germanic as well. Over here, engagement again should be won by the Silver 1 unit. And we can see that the Germanic horsemen here routed off the field due to the Royal Sionis. They should be able to get into the Germanic brigands here. You can see the spears disengaging here. And they might just want to go in and fight. Oh, they're not actually... They could be rear charging this noble Germanic horseman, but they're not. Again, the Ostrogoths breaking through this flank fairly easily from what I can see. Germanic pikes being engaged head-on by these Germanic levies. Mistake by the Ostrogoths here. Gonna pull away, but might lose that unit anyway. This elite Germanic archer is going to die for sure. Basically, they're both kind of trading flanks right now, but I think it looks better for the Ostrogoths at the moment. Just look at all these units dying overall, and the Royal Sionis is going to pull away. Means it's going to continue to be able to rear charge these units, because that levy needs to be killed off the field, and it definitely can. Gothic warband going to support here. And I mean, this pike unit, if attacked from all sides, it will die as well. Frankish general is still off the field, of course. At this point, the Royal Sionis general is disengaging, but I feel like he could stay here and support, because he could destroy these units with some rear charges. They would be destroyed for sure. So I'm not sure why he's not doing that. So it looks like these guys are going to disengage, and they're going to get straight into the elite Germanic archers, going to do a lot of damage to them. And since they're in loose formation, the Germanic horsemen can't engage all of them at the same time, but it's still gonna allow them to win. You can see the Germanic horsemen here are gonna be off the field, and actually Dzambal is playing as... I'm not sure, was he Alans or Ostrogoths? I don't remember. Anyway, we'll see at the end game screen. Germanic horsemen here killing the elite Germanic archers. Lots of cavalry left for the Ostrogoths at this point, so he definitely should have the upper hand. He's disengaging with these units, but a rear charge into the Agathyrsi warriors by the noble Germanic horsemen will destroy these units without a problem, I feel. They're even facing the wrong way, and they aren't turning. They're down to 116. Let's see the charge. Oh, the charge is not very good. Only killing a few Agathyrsi warriors, so this noble Germanic horseman will die, because it's just simply outnumbered. However, the Germanic archers are not doing too well. This Germanic pike will be in position though, and this is just medium melee infantry. So it's not going to do well engaging frontally against the pikes. But the pikes have actually put their pikes up, so the Gothic warband can come in closer to them. As for the engagement over here, you can see the noble Germanic horsemen going to be routed off the field here. There's still so much cav remaining for the Ostrogoths in this engagement. Yeah, the pikes are not actually in the proper formation, so the Gothic warband can do very well against them. And yeah, that is a mistake by the Alans. And here comes another charge with these noble Germanic horsemen. Gonna get into these Agathyrsi warriors and do a lot of damage to the brigands and to the Agathyrsi warriors, but we have more cavalry in position for the Ostrogoths. They're gonna get into these pikes, and the pikes aren't down. Neither will those, so this cavalry unit is going to get destroyed for sure right now, as it's engaging the pike unit frontally. But this cavalry charge with the Germanic horsemen is going to make sure that a pike unit is off the field. So at this point, it's going to be a victory for the Ostrogoths. We have Rally popped in case it's needed. Gothic Warband pushing through these pikes here.
The enemy are losing their advantage.
And yeah, again, pikes can't really do too much frontally against units unless they're like medium melee infantry or something like that. The elite ones do much better in that regard. But the cheap pikes are actually very, very cheap and decent at what they do. So yeah, looks like the Ostrogoths are going to be able to pull this one off. But there's just this general on the field that hasn't really routed off the field. But due to army losses, he's going to be able to. So yeah, let's look at the statistics. Oh, I'm not seeing the proper army. There we go now. Let's see, Royal Seon is doing some damage for, yeah, again, Dzambal was the Ostrogoths. Because I do really like the build that he brought here. Like, this is the build that I prefer over this one. I mean, this build is okay, but I much prefer the build that Dzambal brought. You can see he has 8 strong melee cavalry, he has decent sword units, and a bit of Germanic levy support. And these guys have done very well for their price. So yeah, just look at the cavalry for him. 1 unit with 309 kills. Like, the Germanic horsemen and noble Germanic horsemen are just insanely cost effective. So as for the units of the Alans, let's see. Germanic pikes, for their cost, they didn't do too badly. Germanic levy, not too much. Agathyrses, they did some damage against the units of the Ostrogoths, but yeah, the cavalry didn't do too well, I guess. Some of it did, because it was fighting the Ostrogothic cavalry. Especially this one, I think it was what killed another noble Germanic horse unit, so I do really like, I prefer this build by Dzambal here, despite the fact that the Alans have a much more balanced build, because these 8 melee cav units are just so powerful that he brought here. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I shall see you next time.